Hey guys, Lee here, Fry's Garage. Hope you're all doing good. Yep, no worries. Thanks for your help. Hair and makeup, did a bloody good job. All right, just gonna have a bit of a shave. All good. All right. So, look, it's been over a year now since Fry's Garage has come to fruition. So look, I thought it was a good thing for me to talk to everybody for a few different dot points. Have a bit of a chat, tell you where I'm going, what's happening, all that sort of thing. So, look, a few important things. Firstly, look, I left my full-time job because I just had the urge to go and help people, basically. And look, I've been doing this nearly 35 years now. My background is I started in heavy transport as an apprentice in the early 90s. Did that for many years, transport companies, all of that, got sick of it. And then basically what I did is I went into some mining back in 2005, late 2005. And then I spent 18-ish years traveling the country with the family and working on all the big gear, so Caterpillar, Komatsu, all the power trains, Northern Territory, Queensland, Kalgoorlie, lived there for a few years, and g'day to Alan Payne and AJP crew and all the family there. So they came over basically when I was leaving. I felt pretty bad there, but look, everyone's lives change. So he's doing really, really well. Great mechanic, great family. Anyway, so I and the family have had an amazing time traveling the country. I've met some amazing people, and I've got to be honest, 80% of them I still talk to at least once a month. There's a lot that I talk to every 2 days, all right? So I've worked for companies that are family orientated, family owned, and they're very close friends. I do a lot of work for them now. I talk to them regularly. We are family, that's all I can say. It's great. So the adventure has been great. If anyone wants to go on an adventure, do it, because I tell you what, not many people regret it, all right? So I've been stuck in the same thing for so many years. Look, people like that. People don't like change, but no, I was at a time where like, you know what, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna do something different, and it's been great. So anyway, so look, I've had a broad range of experience, and my passion is my hands, which are slowly wearing out, but that's okay, I'll keep doing it while I can, all right? So trucks, small, medium, large, including your power trains, so 6, 7, 8 trailers, and light vehicles, naturally, cars, 4x4s, performance stuff. I'll talk about that later. Marine, inboard, outboard, not so much outboard. It's not my specialty field. Inboard, absolutely. Diesel, petrol, everything's good there. And yeah, look, civil and mining, small to large scale machines. Had a ball with it, learnt a lot. The big V12s, V10s, power transmissions, wheel ends, hydro drive, you name it. I had a ball with it, and there's some people that took me on board, and I did some good work for them, and nothing lasts forever. So, you know, I've moved on, and here I am now. So I'm pretty much not semi-retired, but I'm just protecting my body mainly, and I've just got this urge to help the general people, especially in a time like now, because look, it's the economy is what I call very insecure at the moment. There's a lot of people doing it tough, and I've worked out that's not all about me. I've worked really hard over the years. Haven't had toys for years because all I did is work. Most people know that I just lived and breathed work, good and bad in that. But look, so I'm okay for now, and I'm just really helping the general public, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So the feedback's been amazing there. There's been a few customers that sort of make me a bit teary because of just people's general, some people's stories and money issues and health. We don't know how lucky we are, and we take it for granted when everything's good. Because I tell you what, now that I'm obviously in the general public scene, I see a lot of what the general public maintenance people do it, your Ultra Tunes and, Bridgestone, all that. I've come from the larger corporate mining and transport, and, your medium, truck sort of companies, to now the people like me and you that own a car or two, or, and yeah, look, so it's more one-on-one. And yeah, so look, I've had yeah, a lot of how can I explain it? Just really, really nice to help people out. And then when they turn around and say, Lee, you know, where were you years ago? Or you're the first person that actually cares. You call back. I'm not saying no one does that, but I have seen and I have dealt with it personally, that it is not as good as it used to be. And yeah, so look, yeah, I'm happy and I'll keep doing it while I can. I don't know everything. I never will know everything. And there is always 10 ways to do a certain job. Not always, but you know where I'm coming from this, all right? So how I do things is how I've done it and what works for Lee, okay? Viewers, there's some good viewers, and then there's, you know, you got the old critics, I'll call them. And on the critics, you know, if you see something you don't like, or you're like, oh, I think he's dodgy, or that doesn't look right, or, you know, like checking wheels, or, you know, he didn't need to do that engine leak, it doesn't look like an oil leak, talk to me, ring me, message me, ask for some live evidence or some data or something. Come see me. I'm not hiding anything, never will. Look, like I said, the critics again, but I'm here, and 99% of you know this. I'm a very genuine person. I'm here to help anybody within my power, okay? And if I can't help you, I have a few connections. The basket's gonna get a bit smaller because they're all getting older, right? But I will get you the help if I can, okay? That's what I'm here for, guys, all right? So, and I'm really enjoying it, all right? Anyway, moving on. So look, I've gone the Fry's garage scene. I was gonna do it part-time, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this full-time because I was really enjoying the people and helping the people. And look, I couldn't work full-time and do that because, look, and I should have known, it started to clash, and people wanted more and they couldn't wait, and I felt ready to do my own thing. That's all it was. So I did leave the heavy industry. And yeah, so look, nothing lasts forever. I turn 50 next year. I'm not old by any means. So I've got quite a few years left in me now. So yeah, so I've just gone into the last final stage of my life. And I'm enjoying it, all right? So look, a big thanks to all of the customers that I have. Look, I don't have 400 customers. There's only me, right? There's one person. I have a bit of help now and then, just teaching them things and whatnot, which is important, mind you. But look, the general public, people that I know, they've come to me, then they've spread on to their family, their friends and their bosses, and look, it's overwhelming, guys, it really is, and I really thank you for that. I can't please everybody. There's always someone that, you know, you can't please. I can't help them. That's how it is. I am me and I can't change. How I do things is me, I can't change, okay? You know, I can change, but you know what I'm saying, I can't change everything, the way I do things, just because someone doesn't like something, all right, which would be hard to find. I don't know those people, but I'm just throwing it out there, okay? Haven't had experience yet. So yeah, and look, the whole YouTube videos, I'm no professional at it, right? I just enjoy doing it. And if anyone asked me years ago, Lee, you'll have your own YouTube one day, a video channel, whatever, I'll be like, nah, it's not me. I don't know how to do it. I'm not into it. I do watch a lot of YouTube because, mate, the amount of technical stuff on there, the stuff in America, the stuff that I watch across all industries, you can get in trouble. I do get in trouble. I probably watch too much of it, so my focuses aren't where they should be all the time, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so look, it was a bit of fun at the beginning. A few friends and family pushed me into it, and you know what? Here I am. I'm speaking fluently. You wouldn't have seen that at the beginning. It's like I'm talking to myself fluently, but I'm looking at a screen. All right, so it's yeah, it's pretty interesting. So and there's some people along the way I've got to thank. All right, so originally when I was doing the boat repairs, car repairs, and all sorts of stuff, I had a friend. His name's Mark Lunn. So that's Gadget. His name's Gadget. So he's from Sign Trade Supplies, local guy in Anglevale. Amazing character. He's done all my stickers, 3D printing. He's now printed the wrap for the car, which is sort of seen in my Facebook views and all that sort of thing. Bend over backwards for anyone. Beautiful family. They're the people that I really like to be involved with my business, and that's one thing that I'm really enjoying with my business, is being able to help other businesses, and they help me, and it's just, I don't know, it's just teamwork. It's great. So he's the sign guy, all right? So stickers for boats, Rego stickers, any sticker. That, he's done my logo. He pretty much designed it with me at the beginning. So he's great. He's got all the gear if you need it. And then there's Ducky's Prints and Designs. So Kelly and Tiffany. This stuff, all right? So I was put on to Tiffany and Kelly from Sign Trade Supplies, from some gadgets, so Mark Blum. And they are now my merch go-to people. And I do, stuff for them. They do stuff for me. Another great teamwork. And then there's a guy named Adam Lockyer. So Adam is part of the family, basically. And he designed the wrap basically for the back of my ute. So he's a designer, so basically, arts designer for digital and your stickers and pieces and wraps and all that sort of thing. I'm not sure what the trade name is for that, but I'm assuming it's digital design or something like that. Anyway, really good at what he does. I'm thrilled with what he come up with for my ute. Did I ever think I was be an orange person? Pretty much everyone out there will think, Lee, what's with the orange? Like, you're a dark blue, cobalt blue guy, it's your favourite colour. Your maroons, your candies. How did orange come up? It's like, I don't even know. I still to this day cannot remember. And Mark, if you're out there, tell me how we come across orange. Did I bring it up? Did we see it on the, I don't know. I actually can't remember. But I'm stuck with it, all right? It's going to cost me too much and change too much stuff to go to another colour. But I reckon it stands out. It actually does its job. And I have had that feedback. Bonza, all right? So it's all good there. I've also got my uncle, John Olszewski. So he's been my media advisor, all right? So he did my little intro, which, comes on Fry's Garage YouTube channel. So he's given me all the basic fundamentals teaching there, because I have zero knowledge there, all right? So thanks, Uncle John, amazing. It will get better as time progresses. I'll probably start doing some more stuff like the hashtag Fry's Garage, blah, blah, blah. It will come, right? But I need to learn it. So anyway, even though I don't really have time for it, I've got to use these on other stuff. So look, and I got people saying, Lee, why have you left the industry? What are you doing going forward? All that sort of thing. So look, at the beginning, I advertised Fry's Garage is servicing, logbook servicing to, new cars, old cars, 4x4s, marine ski boats, inboard, outboard, that's fine. Light duty trucks to medium trucks. I'm not going to go into, I've decided I'm not going to go into heavy trucks, and I'm staying away from the civil and mining machinery. I'm not going to go there. I'm inundated with other stuff, which is what I've just previously mentioned, that I do not have time for that. I mean, I'm doing a lot of aircon repairs, electrical, electronics, diagnosing, and at the end of the day, like I said, it's just me. There's one person. I would like to employ more people and get a massive workshop, but everyone that's in this industry knows how difficult that is. I'm still looking. When the opportunity comes up, I will do that. In the meantime, I'll do a lot more site work. There's stuff that I can do in my sheds for you guys, and at your shed. And if it's a bigger job, I've been using other people's sheds anyway. So look, it's fine, okay? The waiting time, obviously, for the bigger jobs is huge because, again, there's just me, all right? So restoring cars is you know, it's a massive job in itself, and I do have one, and I'm sorry, Brenton, it's taken a while, life's changed a little bit, but it is still my priority, but apologies, all right? But should be worth the wait, my friend. And look, so I'm not going to be a performance workshop. I have no desire to be that performance workshop, okay? I'm just the basic guy to do the basic things from new cars, diagnosing, when I say new, newer technology. And I'm going to leave the performance stuff to the people that live and breathe that and are doing just really, really well. And look, in SA alone, there's a number of quality guys that I've worked with and I've put on to for customers. And you know, you've got your Blake Evans, you know, he's down Lewiston Way. Graham Horner, all right, I've got to mention this guy because I did work for him. We worked with each other up in Roxby Downs. Now, Graham always had this focus that he wanted to live and breathe what he loved, and that was the performance stuff. And I think there's a lot of spirit stuff there from his sibling, his brother. And I see him on YouTube and what he's achieved with these LS motors, forced induction, and his own car, so the VH, the white one. It's incredible. Like, it's a real credit to you, Graham. So for Graham Horner from Horner Performance, it's amazing. So he stuck to his guns, and it proves what you can achieve if you put your heart and soul into it. You know, and you've got you know, LS Boost Customs. Look, I could name lots of them, all right, I don't need to, they're there, they're all over Facebook, but I'm not going to be one of those, all right, I'm going to do the basics, your carby tuning, I'll build your performance engine, it's not a problem, I'll build your performance trans, your diffs, but when we're going race spec, I'm going to stay out of it, okay, I don't have time for it, I'm going to be honest with you, I just don't have time for that. Do I love it? Absolutely, but I do not have time for it, okay, so I'll leave it to those guys. And look, on the marine side of things, so I've done some insurance jobs for Club Marine and that sort of thing, from small to a couple of big ones. And I don't have the facilities, so some I'll do at someone else's house or at another workshop. I'll program it in there. But I've got to say, look, there's two businesses that I would highly recommend. Amazing skill sets, and if I had to get my stuff done, I would send it to these guys. All right, so the first one is Mystic Marine. So that's Ian, excuse me, he's out at Roseworthy, but like that, very knowledgeable guy. That's all I'm going to say. So if you have any major structural or fiberglass or hull issues that I can't do for you because of time or just the size and facilities, go there. And the other one is Adrian Miss. All right, so AMC is the business name. So if you search AMC on YouTube, you'll see Adrian. He's incredible. The gel coat repairs, the holes, like massive holes in fiberglass, you know, boats. And he repairs these things, like, and they look brand new. It's a skill set that is really disappearing quickly. And look, I will never be that good. He lives and breathes it. That's his trade, all right? These two guys, so Ian and Adrian, they're masters of their jobs, all right? So if you want more information on them, let us know. Look, I'm sure there's plenty others around. The network is getting smaller, like it is for all trades, unfortunately. There's not enough replenishments, so that small bowl of fruit is getting smaller, okay? Obviously the fruit's the people, the tradies. So we can only recommend who we know. Yeah, so look, I mean, that covers it really. There's not much more I really want to talk to you about when it comes to that sort of thing. You know, except for going back to what I am going to provide. So apart from the servicing of the cars, small trucks and boats, I'll do carburetor overhauls and tunes. Now, remembering I don't have a dyno, other people have dynos. I can't tune on the dyno, but what I do tune is on the road. Now, just quickly, bit of techie here. So a lot of you know that tuning an engine on the dyno is very different to tuning it on the road. And on a roller dyno, you get closer, but it's not quite the same on the road. However, very, very close. So I don't have thousands of dollars, or I could, but I'm not going to. And I don't have the place to put a roller dyno or a wheel dyno or engine dyno. So what I do is I fit an O2 sensor to the exhaust. So I can real-time read the air-fuel ratio when I'm tuning cars out in the road, in the countryside, and I get them like 99% right. Okay, so that's how I do it. So I can do that for you. Fuel injection, I can't, there's too many variables there. I'll direct you to the pro tuners like your Graham Horner Performance, custom LS Boost, people like that. All right, there's lots of tuners around still. Thank God when they go, we're in strife. We'll have to use AI, all right, somehow, but I'm sure it's coming. And look, I'm still getting a lot of phone calls during the day, so technical advice from people I used to work with, some dealers that know me. You know, the average dealer's not going to just ring me. I don't know that much, but there's a lot of old school stuff, and I've got a lot of broad experience that I can help a lot of them sometimes. Sometimes I can't. I've got to redirect them once again to that other professional guy that is more into that stream. All right. So, and look, I'm still at the moment, I've sort of turned it off for a couple months. But you sort of, when you want me to come and be the technical trainer, well, not technical trainer as such, but if you've got an engine, or you want me to come and spend time with a new employee, or do a little training course on how to strip an engine, how to do the measurements at your dealership or your place of business, I'm happy to do that for you. Obviously there's limitations there because I don't actually have my certificate for training, but there's still a lot of things I can do. So I can actually act as like a leading hand still, because I've done that for years. Service manager, I've sort of done that. So look, I can still provide a technical assistance business for you, we can manipulate it to what you need. I can't do everything. There's a lot of things I don't know, but there's a lot of things I can give you to help you out. I'm here to help everybody because it makes me feel great. I love it. It's actually a really good feeling, and it's kind of addictive. And then when you have people say, Lee, we needed you ages ago, or it's just nice that someone cares, or I've been to this dealer twice and they couldn't figure it out and you fixed it in 10 minutes. Well, you know what? They've already given me a lot of information, so I can skip things. So it's not just me that's a wizard, right? I'm not a wizard, I'm just not. I just care about my trade. I've had a lot of experience across the board. We can, between myself and others, we can always fix a problem, all right? I haven't had one yet where we just can't fix it. All right, so look, I still enjoy teaching people. People think me leaving the mainstream bigger dealers or business where I could help bring up the young ones with skills and knowledge. You know what? I've done a lot of years doing that. So if someone says, Lee, you suck because you've just left the industry, you've got many years, you're a bit selfish. Well, you know what? No, I won't accept that, because I've been teaching people, not as a teacher, but people I've worked with. Lee, hey, do you know how to do this? Lee, do you know how to time this motor? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I've been with them. I'll go through the whole job with them, right? I love that. And the feedback, I get it. I love it. I've done it for many years. So I do not feel bad. Just like if I spend my money overseas, instead of buying it from a business in Australia, I don't feel bad anymore because I've spent thousands of dollars. I don't even know about it, how much I've spent in my own country. I've paid my taxes, massive taxes, especially on mining wages. So it's one of those things. I've done my time. It's about me now, and I'm here to help you guys out there, okay, the individuals. So look, over the phone. If I don't answer my phone, leave a message, or if it's really, really super urgent, ring twice or 3 times in a row. I don't mind that. I'll answer it because I know it's urgent. But please, if I still don't answer the phone, it means I'm probably in an awkward position, or I'm just like covered in something. You have to wait, all right? So leave a message, please, leave a message, because then I can obviously get back to you with the information to whatever you've requested, all right? Yeah, so look, seeing the merch, I'll talk about the merch now. I never thought I'd do it. It's a bit of a funny thing for me. Other people didn't force me to do it. Like, Lee, get some shirts. Like, everyone's doing it now. Well, you know what? They are. And I can sort of see it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just... Hi guys, I'm back. You'll see a bit of a glitch there. My new GoPro ran out of juice. So I've had to put 20% back in it so I can finish this. So apologies, I wasn't, maybe I talked too much before, maybe it's a sign. All right, quickly, merch. New hats. Got some polos. All right, something funky. Look, good shed shirts. Don't go to the restaurants with them. I do. So just some standard summer shirts. We've got some work shirts. These are quite nice. Some high-vis stuff. Jumpers. Not bad. And this is one of my favourites. I like black and white with orange. There's something about it. Got some new smellies. Different smells, but my favourites is Sexy Time and Popped Cherry. And stubby holders. All right, that's it, I'm done. Thanks heaps again to everybody. I'm gonna do this as long as I can. I'm around, I'll go anywhere, help anyone out at any time. And thanks for your support. Appreciate it, I really do. Any questions or whatever, give me a call, send me an email. I'm happy to do anything if I can, all right? Love you all, and I will see you around the traps. All right, cheerio.